fam, that's what they call me.
I'm making this video to kind of do a step-by-step process on what it took to build this bobber. This is the finished product here. This is Alex, my buddy, and his brother on a teardown. This is me taking some selfies before we get started deep into it. My buddy Alex checking to see how far the motorcycle is dilated. Right here you can see that these handlebars swivel rather than rock forward or backwards. So we were just trying to get a good feel for where we wanted to stop it. This is a galvanized fender that I bought at Tractor Supply for like horse trailers and things like that. The funny thing is I didn't realize it was galvanized when I bought it, so after we got it cut down, it was really wide, so I cut it and I put it back together, and as soon as we started tack welding, I realized pretty fast that it was galvanized. So I aborted mission, and my buddy Alex ended up finishing that fender up, finishing up the welding at least on that. This is the gas tank here. This is the first coat of Rust-Oleum white. This is the second coat, which is Rust-Oleum brown, and the third coat, which is also Rust-Oleum, and it was a sky blue, I believe is what I don't know the technical name for the paint color, but it was like a sky blue. Right here we started sanding on it, and if you follow the body shape, you'll get a really good realistic patinaed look. I used, I believe, 600 right here, and I wet sanded it rather than dry sanded it. And here's Alex pretending to be working the rear fender after we got it bondoed and prepped. This is the sanding after we got it done. And here's Alex actually working and frustrated, it looks like. The side pieces that we patinaed. And right here, the exhaust, we ended up using some old tips from AutoZone and flex tube to achieve the bend look on the back pipe so that they would both run out on the same side. Right here we painted the wheels gloss black and the rear swing arm, which we ended up changing later on. And we just test fitting here. This is the seat. This is weld steel that we bought at Lowe's, I believe it was, and then we shaped it, and these are some old valve springs off some cylinder heads that we had laying around. I ended up tack welding it onto that. And the square tubing is where the seat's going to rest. This is the square tubing with the round tube on top that we welded to it so that the valve springs don't slide or pop off of that square tubing. This is just a breather that you can get at AutoZone. And here we started doing some test fitting. If you look right here, you can see the battery is exposed. So I took a piece of that sheet metal that I bought at Lowe's, and I cut a piece to kind of so that it would match the rest of the bike, and just slid down in there to cover the battery up. And this is Alex wiring ignition and getting ready to go for a test ride. And of course the finished product. And the tail lights is they're LED lights you get at AutoZone. We got a right blinker, left blinker, and the center was a brake. And that's it. That's pretty much completed right there.